Was not answered by you. I want to learn also how you became wealthy. Mr. Director, give me that clip for President HH.
I must say that you are one of the richest people I've ever spoken to. What kind of a politician are you who's so wealthy?
I think maybe that's not too important in relative terms. I think the most important thing is that what can we do together? Mm-hmm. We, the peoples of Africa.
But I just want to get this thing out of the way. Mm-hmm. You know that a lot of people have been talking a lot in Zambia about how corrupt you are yourself.
That's news.
How did you amass the wealth that you have?
I think, Paul, far from that assertion, far from it. The issue is really for creating opportunities for other young people.
Yes.
To have the opportunities that we had.
Exactly.
And that...
the reason why I'm asking this question is because I think you are a role model to a large extent, because Zambians would love to know, how can a 53-year-old man be as rich as you are?
Well, look, first you must consider these things in relative terms. You must know that there are a lot of richer people out there who are much younger than me. I think the important thing is that those countries where such people come from have created opportunities for their people. And I think that's the most important thing, to give our young people the best inheritance. What is that? Education. Give them a skill set that delivers an opportunity for them to compete in the job market, for them to have an opportunity to do business.
Yeah, but
I think that's the most important thing.
But surely you didn't get your wealth out of education?
This clip, President HH, I was looking because I like following people that are successful like you. I also looked at Dangote, how he answered the same question. You may want to take a look at this clip when he featured on Al Jazeera, the way he answered the question, and I wanted to learn from you. Mr. Director, put me through to the clip of Dangote.
Aliko Dangote, thank you very much for talking to Al Jazeera. Thank you for welcoming us into your home here in Lagos.
You're very welcome.
Your story, Aliko Dangote, says what is possible about Africa. Tell us about your journey to success. How were you able to turn a loan from your uncle into the most successful business conglomerate on the African continent?
You know, I mean, Africa is full of opportunities. And I think what we did was to harness fully the opportunities that, we met on the ground. I mean, we've done quite a lot in various areas. We started first, with trading. After succeeding with trading, now what we did was to go into manufacturing, which is normally a very difficult area, especially from this part of the world because of lack of power. Right. But we've been able to resolve those issues, and we're able to, succeed in most of what we are doing. We
are interested in the man, Aliko Dangote. Tell us about your upbringing, because your story is not really of one from rags to riches. You come from a wealthy family in Nigeria.
Well, I came from a wealthy family. My grandfather was my great-grandfather from my mother's side was actually very, very wealthy, Alassane Tata. And then his son, also Sanusi Tata, whom really raised me up because, I lost my dad at the age of 8. And, so after educating me, he gave me a loan of which I was grateful, and I paid back in 3 months, because business was so good. And, I was able to establish myself from the trading to, manufacturing, and now to a lot of daring things, like refinery, the agricultural process that we're doing, and also the, fertilizer.
Sir, I just took interest because I follow Dangote, I follow you, I follow Donald Trump. I just took interest to go to those two clips. Now, maybe before I open the lines, if you can just tell me how you became wealthy. Dangote says he got a loan from his wealthy uncle, and the rest is history. Now, President HH, Zambians may not know. You heard the man in Paul saying that people say you are corrupt, you sold the mines, you sold the Livingstone Hotel, and all these things. But maybe just tell the nation or tell Pastor how you became wealthy.
First, Pastor, let's be contextual.
Yes.
I am not in Aliko Dangote's league.
No.
I've met Dangote before. We had a conversation, totally different paths. He was able to talk about, let me draw a few threads. He talked about opportunity. If you listen to that tape, he talked about opportunity. I talked about opportunity in my interview with him. First commonality. Second commonality, when his father died at age 8, he talked about his uncle educating him. Education. I talked about education to the young people in my interview with Mpo. And Aliko Dangote talked about the same. Two threads. The third issue Dangote talked about was a loan from his uncle. I didn't get a loan from any uncle. No uncle would give me a loan. What did I do? I started working, and quickly, when an opportunity arose, the very opportunity Dangote talked about, he talked about trade, he talked about manufacturing, a sector. But an opportunity arose for me to start some investment at a very young age, 26, 27 years old, because I couldn't get a loan. I was from a village. So my best and first investment was education. And I talked about it in my interview with him. So you can see these threads coming through here, right? Opportunity, education, investment. So he went into trade. I went into corporate business. I don't have to articulate everything that he articulated. We had our small way opportunity. And at a young age, we started corporate investment. Not alone, in partnership with others. Some of those businesses stand today. 35 years later, those businesses stand today and they employ people and they actually pay salaries and create opportunities for other young children. The difference is that he went into other things in addition to the corporate investment we made together with others, because I didn't have a lot. We also went into agriculture very early on. My first farm, one of my first farms in Chisamba, Pastor, I started with 6 cattle. Today there are thousands of cattle on that farm. Through hard work, a lot of hard work. It's not easy. We moved on to a different ranch, hard work. Let me give you one final tap on this one. When I was in prison for treason, which I didn't commit, no hard feelings about it. I made a decision when I was in prison. Pastor, since you are insisting today to ask this question again, I made a decision in prison that when I come out, I will start a new investment, and within 2 years, it will pay back. I just did that. I've only been out of prison 2 years. 2 years running to 3 years. It's possible, but you need opportunity. You need willingness to work hard. You need to deny yourself consumption. If you look at the cars I drive, Pastor, a lot of pastors drive more expensive cars than me. I have made a decision that there's no value in driving a car worth $300,000. I would rather buy steers worth $300,000, and after 3 years, I can buy the car that most people in government are driving from the return that I've earned from the steers, from the heifers that I bought. This is different. That's a culture we want to bring into public office. So I'm not a Dangote. Different routes, education made a difference. That's why I emphasize. I had an opportunity to leave the village, government bursary. Eventually, of course, you know,
Why?
had the opportunity to do it. Sorry?
Why I
Just to
ask?
conclude this.
Yes.
To conclude this. In Nigeria, you are given accolades if you are Dangote. I'm not Dangote. Please, let's not confuse things.
I know.
In Zambia, you are ostracized. You are demonized every day. That's not good for young people. We must say to young people, you can work hard, you can be what you want. The government will be able to support you and not compete with you or demonize you or close business. In Nigeria, the man you mentioned the name of one of the leaders, the presidents of Nigeria. I do talk to him. And one of the things I share with him is that he focused his agenda to create opportunity for Nigerians, including Aliko Dangote, including the banks you see out of Nigeria, which are now Africa-based global banks. They were deliberately created by political leaders who wanted to allow Nigerians to excel. That's what UBN is going to do. That's what HH is aspiring to do in leading.
I asked that, Mr.
There's no corruption. There's no sale of a mine, Pastor. I've never sold a mine. I've challenged everybody. I do it again. I never sold a mine. Anyone who has information I sold a mine, go to the police, say HH committed a crime, never committed a crime. Hard work. We government, Pastor, no corruption, focus on education, job opportunities for the youth, hard work, work, and more work. You will see after 5 years of our time in office, a different Zambia. I promise you.
Why I asked that, Mr. HH,